All right, Shalom. I'd like to start by giving all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'Shem, Yahushai, Ba'Shem, Kakwadash. Double honors to our elders and apostles, a great millstone who do teach and wrote well, taught us this 100% truth. Peace, love, and salutations to the Lord's elect, the hopeful elect. You, I came out there pushing his word in truth and sincerity. All right, as you can see here, okay, this is another article, that has recently come out in the past few weeks, more specifically, yesterday, well, the day before, all right, as we are now in Esau's so-called new year, all right, the year of 2023, the hopeful year of all of the prophecies coming to pass, okay? And as it reads for the title, Stanford researchers think a wireless brain, okay, could remove tumors. All right. Now, I didn't say, this word for the sake of, the algorithm. All right. But, the fact that this just came out, along with recent revelations from Elon Musk and Neuralink, all right, about the C-hip being used in human trials. All right. And they're just waiting for FDA approval. Okay. Illinois, okay, which was quite interesting. They recently halted their that law, all right, that law about the no cash bail, for robbery, kidnap, arson, all of that. They actually put it on hold, all right, which it would make sense, okay, because if they might put this on hold until they implement the charagma, the C-hip, and that word charagma is the word mark, all right, as referenced of in Revelation 13:16, all right. So as you see here, it will make sense, just kind of like a side note, it would make sense that they would kind of put it on pause for now and then implement it when they make this thing mandatory, man, okay? According to researchers, brain tumors are some of the most deadly and difficult to treat cancers, all right, which when you go into cancer, okay, those can be healed through herbs, all right, and you could read that in the Apocrypha, all right, Medicines of the Earth. Sirach 38:4, the Lord hath created medicines out of the earth, and he that is wise will not abhor them, all right, which we know Esau, Edom, the self-proclaimed white man, all right, is not wise, okay, in the knowledge of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, all right. He's wise in his own conceits. He's wise in the left-hand energy, all right, which the Lord has him in a trick bag, all right, by way of the spiritual demon Satan, okay. That's why it says in Sirach that the knowledge of wickedness is not wisdom, okay. It's also in Sirach 19:22, the knowledge of wickedness is not wisdom, neither at any time the counsel of sinners prudence, okay. Let's continue right here. The researchers developed a small wireless implant that is remotely activated to heat up nanoparticles injected into the tumor to gradually kill cancer cells. In mice with brain tumors, 15 minutes of treatment over 15 days, while the animal continued their normal routines, increased survival times, all right? Which this is all part of that transhumanistic agenda, all right? Esau trying to take over the world and be as God, right? In that conceit, because really the Lord has already given him the world, he already controls everything that happens, the policies, all these different things, but he doesn't control you people, down to your thoughts, down to how much you can leave your house, how much you can spend, how many miles you can drive, and a few of those things, So as you see here, what are they doing? We just read that there are medicines out of the earth, all right? But this guy, Esau Edom, because his spirit is not right within him, okay, he uses his technology and pseudosciences, all right? And he creates data and does, quote, research, all right, to support, the fact that this can possibly help, that this is your best overall option. All right. But this is not true. Okay. That's why it says in Wisdom of Solomon, but thy word which healeth all things. I think it's like 8. 16. For it was neither, For it was neither herb nor mollifying plaster that restored them to health, but thy word, O Lord, which healeth all things. Let me see here. Or something else. Give me one moment. Okay, Wisdom of Solomon 8:5. If riches be a possession to be desired in this life, what is richer than wisdom that worketh all things? All right, kind of mix those two thoughts together. But first, of course, the word. All right, but with that, with that gift of faith, being able to receive the wisdom, knowledge, understanding, the dark sayings, right, all these things, and then being able to be tried by wisdom. All right, you will learn and come to understand, all right, that these particular methods, okay, are evil. Oh, matter of fact, that's beautiful. What's that? The instruments of the churl. All right, is that 45? Let me just put up instruments. Isaiah 32:7, the instruments also of the churl are evil. He deviseth wicked devices to destroy the poor with lying words, even when the needy speaketh right. Exactly, man. And this is part of his instruments, and that's why he says, oh, well, we found that when we did this on, they had a better chance of survival. All right. But then what he'll do is he'll convolute all the data, convolute. Let me just put it up here. Okay, convolute to make an argument complex or difficult. All right, so he'll put, hey, even I was just watching The Apostle, people who use big words. There's a word, here it is. Look at this big ass word just to describe people who overuse big words. You see, even down to his definitions, he convolutes. So that way you can't really understand, what's really going on, on a surface level. All right. Because that's, it takes the gift of faith and the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. All right. That comes by that gift of faith with the Lord supping with us to understand those things past the surface level. Like these definitions at surface level, etymology, the actual meaning of words, right? Those things are surface level, things like this, oh, well, researchers found it increased their survival times, and the survival possibility is 5%, because then they'll tell you, oh, well, just like they do with their medicine, all right, which when you go into the word pharmacy, it goes back to the word pharmakeia. All right, in the Greek, which goes back to witchcraft. Actually, I have the image right here. Okay, and it goes back to, all right, pharmakeia, ancient Greek, sorcery, witchcraft, and drug administration fostered by worshiping idols. Okay, also pharmacology. All right, going back to that Hecate, queen of witches, associated with crossroads, entryways, light magic, witchcraft, etc., poisonous plants, ghosts, necromancy, right? So even with his medicines, he'll be like, yeah, well, we found, that it increases survival and this, that, and another, and yada, yada, yada. But you have to do this treatment 15 minutes over 15 days every 6 months, because without it, you're just going to die anyway. And there's no guarantee that we'll actually fully eliminate it. You see? So that's how he gets them, man. But he convolutes all of that data, and really, this all, let's just go straight to it. We can end it off here. This all goes right to Rev 13:16. All right, and Lord's will, as deemed through the Spirit and power of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai by our elder apostle, all right, of Great Millstone. Okay, Revelation 13:16, and he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. Okay, and let's go ahead and pull up the blue letter. Salaki, I should have just did this in the beginning. Forgive me. All right, let's get that word. All right, as you see here, G5480. To the right, you see the word. To the left, you see the word in its original language, if you will, to which it was interpreted. All right, and it is chragma. All right, a stamp or imprinted mark. All right. However, when you go even further, it goes into the etymology of the word, karax, which comes through the idea of piercing. All right. So this is a physical insertion. All right. As you can see here, from karaso, to sharpen to a point, akin to, through the idea of piercing. All right. So it's akin to this word, which this is also how they get, letters, right? Information, data, grapho, right? Because that's all they do. They just take, the ancient, things that they learned from their forefathers, right? And then they either do one of two things. As they do with scriptures, they distort it, and they convolute it and they twist it, because they don't want you to know the truth. Or they use the pseudosciences and the different manners of thought, right? Ideologies and deity worships and all of that. And then they present that as truth and fact, But the point has been made, man. Lord's will, this is, that year, man. Let's get Rev, what is that, 3 and 10. Here we go. Revelations 3 and 10. Actually, I think I can view this. Yep, there we go. Perfect. Rev 3 and 10, because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I also will keep thee from the hour of temptation, which shall come upon all the world to try them that dwell upon the earth. And what's that hour of temptation? Well, we about to go through it, man. Jacob's trouble. Okay. Let's get the word temptation here, which goes to parasmos, which is a trial, right? To prove. Okay. But I want to grab the root word, all right, which is paraso. Okay. Wait. To inflict evils, right? So evils are coming, great judgment. Jeremiah 28 and 8. Is it pyra? Here we go. Pyra, the root word of both of these. Okay. It also goes through the idea of piercing, is the etymology. All right. So let's go back. All right. The word here of temptation is parasmos, which means an experiment, right? Trial. Okay. The etymology, or the root word, if you will, associated with what to make a trial of. Okay, so same thing. You see how they convolute it. They could have, kind of put this together, if you will, to inflict evils, all the same thing, upon one in order to prove his character. All right, that's the elect. All right, and then when you go to that, this is actually the base word of all of those words, comes through the idea of piercing, that trial, right? That trial of Isaiah 48, I've chosen thee in the furnace of affliction, right? Being afflicted during this time period. But as scripture says, we shall eat in those times. Lord's will, we be of that number. All right. So that's the point. Lord's will, you was edified. In closing, I'd like to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakah HaKodash. Double honors to our elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Until next time, we say shalom.